What is flexibility in the workplace? When you think of a company being flexible, you only think of the hours you are expected to work. Many companies are looking for different ways to become more flexible for their current employees and future employees. Whether that means offering flexible benefits that the employee can choose what he or she needs, or by paying the expenses for their employees to continue their education. The demand for flexibility is coming from employees, and human resources plays a vital role in the implementation of flexibility in the workplace. A person born between 1946 and 1964 is considered a baby boomer. There were 79 million babies born during this 18-year period. This generation is between the ages of 49 and 67. It's obvious, with the baby boomer generation quickly approaching retirement ages, that many of the old ways of doing things will be retired with them if they aren't already. Unfortunately, many of the technical skills and trades held by this generation will be lost when they retire. The next generation is Generation X, born between 1965 and 1983. There were only 41 million births reported in the United States during this period. Then there's Generation Y, or the Millennial Generation, born between 1984 and 2002. There were 71 million births during this period. This generation is very different from the baby boomers in almost every conceivable way, both personally and professionally. Technology has played a key role in how things are changing. Not only is technology changing, but values are changing as well. Millennials are not as willing to trade off family time for their professional life. This generation demands a better balance between work and personal life. They place more emphasis on having the work-life balance than they do on increasing compensation packages and personal growth opportunities. They are not willing to work 60 to 80-hour work weeks as their grandfathers did. Another key factor in the ever-changing workplace is the aging generation of baby boomers. More and more families are choosing to take care of elderly family members at home, and this requires a great deal of time as well as resources. Flexibility in the workplace will be a necessity as this becomes more prevalent in the coming years. We interviewed Daniel Torres, Human Resource Coordinator for Menards of West Lafayette. Something that stood out in our interview was the option the company offers the employees to update their availability every couple of weeks. For the employees, this is a chance to make their own schedules based on the needs that they have for the next couple of weeks. Employees have the opportunity to cross-train in other areas, benefiting the company and the employee by increasing the knowledge base. Since baby boomers are beginning to retire in large numbers, the concern is that companies will begin to suffer a gap between the knowledge of the retiring employees and the new employees that will come in to replace them. Something that Menards is trying to do to close this gap is to increase the training program and incorporating all aspects of the job so that new employees will have the same knowledge base as the employees they are replacing. Menards is being proactive in terms of the trends in the workforce. Menards is aware of the changing atmosphere, and the company is trying to alleviate any potential shortfalls that may occur for the company.
Talking about education benefits, I'm pretty sure we don't really do much of that. I mean, as far as like reimbursing or doing things for school.
We don't do any reimbursing, but we do encourage it. I mean, we have tons of programs as far as internship programs. That's for anyone that's going to graduate within the next year. Within a year, you can do an internship with us, and it's a 12-week program. Basically get to learn a department, get to learn how a department manager works, and work side by side with them. We also have a manager training program for a non-degree, and by non-degree we mean an associate. An associate's degree, if you have an associate's degree, we'll put you through a manager training program. Again, that's a 12-week program. you learn different areas, and then by the end of it, you have to be willing to relocate, but you can move up to be an assistant manager and then move your way up through the system. And then we have a manager training program for if you have a bachelor's degree, which is the same as an associate's or the non-degree, but you get paid a little more for having that bachelor's degree. And again, you have to be willing to relocate. So we do offer a lot for people that are getting their education.
Our second interview was with Keith Lane, Senior Human Resource Manager, Corporate for Wabash National of Lafayette. Wabash National is a highly productive manufacturing facility. They are not as responsive to flexible scheduling opportunities. However, they are able to offer several other flexible benefits which are very enticing to prospective employees. Wabash offers tuition reimbursement for secondary education. They even go so far as to offer these classes on site so their employees do not have to leave their familiar surroundings. Wabash National offers to fund the additional expense of books for their employees as well. This does not come without a commitment for the employee to maintain their employment for an additional amount of time equal to the time spent in school. This is a win-win situation.
Satisfaction in knowing that our associates can earn a degree without ever leaving the property.
Yes, isn't that awesome?
And they have the capabilities of pretty much doing that tuition free. First, you have to recognize, and I'm sure that you do, is the fact that we have a manufacturing setting. And so the ability to do some of the flexing just is not there.
We did conduct a small survey and were able to get 18 people to participate. We asked 8 basic flexibility and benefit questions. We instructed each question be answered with a simple yes or no. Our statistics show that 100% answered that flexibility was important to them. 78% said they consider their workplace flexible and that they are receiving benefits. 45% said they were able to exchange shifts. Only 39 said that their company offered education benefits. 56 are offered cross-training. And 94% said that they would be better satisfied if more or improved flexibility and benefits were offered to them. Lastly, 100% of our participants answered that having a work-life balance was important to them. These statistics show the fact that employees need a work-life balance.